Howdy ho everyone, how you diddling? Welcome back to PoP. If you're new around here, say hello below, but I will continue on now with Broken Sword. This is episode obviously, and we just returned from stealing a key from Imelda, who had just been killed by the killer in a cavalier costume or something. So, let's see what we gotta do now. I'm guessing that key was to the elephant box in here. Was it in here? I think it was in here?
In the dim light,
Yeah.
I caught the reflection of something metallic. A small, sinister-looking metal disc had been tucked under my father's box. It was a bug. Oh, chère cousine, you left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
Where you
don't
going?
scare me. Espèce de...
Okie doke. Whatever you just did. Wasting my time is what you just did. Get the fuck on with it, woman. Taketh the box.
The
Useth
box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The
It has a-
elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
It has a key because you just stole it from a dead woman. I don't know why it's gold now, but it wasn't in the last episode when we picked it up.
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
Hey look, it's another part of the picture.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box.
But she was having an
I felt
affair?
as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father. There was a letter. I feared there was even worse to come.
Yeah, read it out anyway.
Hotel St. Georges, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No, they'll just give you a phony job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
Uh-huh. Sure.
He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
Can I get on with the game now?
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in. Hello, Georges. So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pigram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Well, I guess I'll be off to see if Lobino's at the museum yet.
I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
I thought this was strictly business, woman. Make your mind up.
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Canchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Righty-ho then. To the Kroon Museum. Lobino, you bastard. Still not here. Good, good. In that case, let's try somewhere else. What else we got? Fine, we'll go to the police office. Sergeant Moo, you idiot.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
So I guess I can't ask about Rosso, unless that man's meant to be Rosso.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
No, that's Marquet.
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Meh.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Sure.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantou.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Well, fuck you.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Go get them then, instead of standing there like a fruit.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Yeah, makes
Do you know
sense,
a
I
man
guess.
named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur.
He also calls himself Thomas Merlin.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Stobart. I don't know him. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
Well, thanking you for your time. I'll just show you the photo so make sure you know who Khan
Do
is.
you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Yeah.
See you later, Sergeant.
Well, where the fuck do I go now then? Ooh, new thing. To l'hôpital. Go to the hospital, thank you. Oh, I remember this one being a ball ache. Well, we'll finish the hospital bit, I reckon, and then that'll be that, I guess.
Hi, really? If you wish
Oops,
to make an
keep clicking.
appointment, see the receptionist.
Well, fuck you.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Sorry to you guys if you couldn't hear all the yawning I'm doing. Didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm kind of tired, but videos need to be made, so here I am. Now tell me where fucking Marquet is.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Well, isn't that
Could
nice?
you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Well, then, fuck you, unless this counts as ID to let me go see
Does the
him.
name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Well, I'll be off then.
Thanks for your help.
You, wench at the computer.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Tell me where Marquet
I'm here to
is.
see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
No, I'm conducting a private investigation.
Then I can't help you.
How about if I show you
Look at
this?
ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's
Nurse Grendel.
Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's wrong with
What's so
her?
bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
How lovely.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge.
Bear left past the administrator's sauna, and turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thank you, you're so kind.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
What about Flapping
Has
Guido?
Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
They quite possibly did. Has this guy been?
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Okey poke. See you later.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Go. Where's the mouse gone? There. Down there.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
No, go. Fine, don't go that way round. Screw you then. Pull the plug. Pull the pull. Fine, I guess I gotta talk to him first.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
Please don't sing
You
it.
know
Please
what?
don't sing it. Please don't sing
If you
it.
start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
Nice one, George.
It's a deal.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Senility must be a great thing. I think the word senility? Being senile. Must be a great thing living off in your own world.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
Isn't that
How come you got
nice?
so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull-through.
Uh-huh. Tell me about
Do you know where
Marquet.
I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
What a shame. Have you seen this guy?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
Fuck this guy's hard work. Almost as bad as Ash.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pull the plug out. If it'll let me. But it won't let me, I better gotta go onto the ward
The
first.
connector in the socket.
Well, pull the fucker out then. Fine, let's go into the ward.
Oui, monsieur.
Is this Ward J2?
It is, but you're not supposed to be here. We have strict rules about visiting hours.
Can't you make an exception? I've come all the way from California.
You must speak to the doctor.
I can't wait that long. What if he snuffs it?
You can't talk like that here. This is a hospital. You will have to leave.
Well, fuck you.
The connector in the...
Ugh.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Do I have to talk to you some more?
Oh, hi. No whistling, right?
Right. What's the problem with Nurse Grendel?
She's uptight and twisted on account of a broken heart.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought she was just plain bad-tempered.
That also. By the way, sir, I wouldn't stand too close to Mr. Shiny's grease valve. If he has an emission, it'll take the shine clean off your shoes. Say, nice sneakers.
Thanks.
You're a very strange man.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never ever play with matches.
I know that, but...
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
At least he's got a sense of humour, I guess.
Do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of him.
I'm sure he would.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Can I pull the plug out yet? Yay!
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Yeah, just go in the cupboard and get the thing. Do it. Do it now. There we go. All that time wasted watching him when you could have just got it. Now, back off up here. Yes, I was hoping we could fly through these bits because of reasons. Just because I sort of know them and whatnot. But just going to leave this bit here because this bit always fucking just annoys me. So, I'll leave it there, guys. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. Don't forget to hit that like button or leave a comment before you go, or both if you prefer. Subscribe if you don't already, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.